We're gonna start recording. Hello. Not that it matters. We're discussing the social contract between player and DM, and how.
But I believe that Kant once said that.
I thought you said conch, like the magic conch, which.
Yes, I'm not talking about the German philosopher. I'm talking about the thing from SpongeBob that you hold up to your ear.
Mm-hmm. Maybe someday. Yeah. Great episode. I wanted to ask, I feel like it'd be fun to start sessions with a random question about each character, the same question that everybody, it can be small, it doesn't have to be huge, it can be something, but I haven't come up with anything and I something
You're sitting at a campfire, what is your character cooking to eat?
That's fair. Yeah, say they have the option, what's their campfire meal of choice? I like that. I mean, sounds like Falvin's going first. Oh, bird. Well, we know that.
But is there a particular kind of bird?
Let's not ask silly questions if we know the answers.
Is it the plump ones that are better, or is it the lean ones?
It's the plump ones. Everybody knows that. The lean ones are all stringy and muscly. Those aren't tasty. You need the plump, fat ones.
Right.
Fair.
He only eats those ones for trophy.
Exactly. Those are used for their plumage. The stringier ones, because they're harder to get.
Beautiful plumage.
Now, is Theo a crispy skin kind of guy?
Oh yeah, he's all about the crisp.
Right.
Yep.
Rolls them in a little baking soda.
That's why he used
first.
a skillet in the opening scene. You get a crispier texture that way. Use a skillet and a candle.
I love that. Okay, well, we have some background for that answer, but what about
my whole life has been building up to this question. I'm glad that someone finally asked it.
Yes, it's all about Theo's appetite. This whole thing. Yeah. Sidon is going to go down because he's been hiding the biggest, most delicious-looking bird in all of Thelia.
Yes. Plump, with excellent plumage, good bone articulation. Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
it's not actually
Dodo.
It's not actually the Goblin of Malta. It's the Gobble of Malta, and it's a turkey.
Oh!
Happy late Thanksgiving, everybody.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Let's please move on, Falbin.
Yeah, I mean, Falbin's spent a lot of time in the wilderness. He's had a lot of different meals. There's one in particular that he appreciates. It's hard to get, and he doesn't get it very often. It has to be trout with fresh-picked garlic and herb.
Whoa. And
roasted in a skillet with nice little garlic butter. You know?
And Falbin is a good forager, so that would make sense. Little herbalicious river trout seared by the fire. That sounds amazing. That's probably something you could make happen in this forest.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm. What about Theagenes? What is his meal?
Pita bread laced with lotus.
And a heaping helping of LSD.
Call it lotus bread.
A nice pancake with crack. I love that. Okay, cool. It's the recipe said lettuce, dude. What about shade?
Probably just about any fresh caught game, meat, rare. Yeah, that's.
Now, when you say rare, which end of the spectrum are we talking? We talking blue, or are we talking?
Oh no! It'd be like warm
endangered.
Rare, so,
Okay. So it's like a normal rare.
Yeah. He's not eating this raw.
All right.
A nice sear.
Who knows? You ate the heart of that giant dog. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Several
that
of you did.
That was a power move. That was a power move.
That was a like. This thing's got magic, yo.
Yeah, give me that magic. I got the magic in me now.
You sure did. All you have to do is eat strange creatures and put your DM in a spot, and then he'll give you abilities beyond your wildest dreams. And Magus, what is Magus's fireside meal?
Let's see. He would probably be roasting some rabbit and some flatbread and tomatoes with rosemary, and he would probably have bring along not roasting, but fold it all together with some cheeses, and he probably has wine.
Little you cast charcuterie.
Yes. the first spell.
What a win. Magic is awesome.
Cool. Well, what a lovely little get to know you. Remind me next time in case I forget. Because I like to learn, because you can go so long without hearing little details about characters that you can kind of you can forget to think about them in that way. So, cool. Well, if we're all ready, I don't know if I am, but if we're ready, who would like who would like to recap?
I can give it a shot.
Do it.
So, I need help remembering exactly where we started, because everything kind of blurs together.
Yeah, if somebody wants to assist with the kickoff.
Phone a friend. Magus?
Yeah, we we arrived at the lake. The Kentamane beached the Ultros on the shores, and there were the 4 Geigans waiting for us.
Okay, thank you. All right, from there, we were debated for a lengthy amount of time as to who would steer the ship, and if anyone would steer with the ship. And eventually, Falbin volunteered as tribute. And by extension, Theagenes, which he quickly established his male dominance upon Theagenes, which will be discussed at a later date. So we went ashore. The druid woman, I'm terrible with names. The old Tria's sister,
Demetria.
That's the one. Major character that I can't remember the name of. Demetria.
Currently on screen.
Currently on screen. Yes, excellent. Demetria's tree, where she took us to her grove, which is a huge show of trust. And she said, "Hey, I've got this Geigen who is willing to die in order to take out the other person whose name I forgot. Estor, which is also a major character.
I'll edit that.
He wouldn't. Just embrace it.
Just
embrace
edit,
it.
Edit my saying of the name.
Yeah.
I need Ron Howard from Arrested Development to chime in and be like, he wouldn't.
Make sure it's a crappy add-in so it's obvious that it happened.
He's Estor Arcalander.
And we came up with a plan of sacrificing this Skygon, use him as bait for Estor to inhabit, and then take him and do a ritual upon him and take him out. That was the plan.
Arguably, Demetria came up with the plan.
That I just said it was the plan.
You said
it was the
we
plan?
came. I guess the royal we.
I mean,
Demetria did heavy lifting.
The royal we. It was spoon-fed to us. And there was a huge, in-depth, how do we make this not look obviously like we want Estor to inhabit this guy? So, there was some seriously in-depth discussion on that. You really should listen to the episode.
Sounds like you really should listen to the
details.
episode.
You really should listen to the episode so that you understand everything that happened there, because it's very nuanced. And if I went into it, we'd be here all night long. But the end of it is Estor fell for it and
He sure did.
inhabited this poor Gigan. And who unfortunately doesn't have a name. Oddly enough, at birth he was never assigned a name, so we don't know his name.
It goes by that guy again.
That
guy. He shortened it to Guy. That guy. But we end up at this lake full of water. And we're like, hey, the ritual we need to do is at the bottom there. So, we could drain this, or we could just, awkwardly try to do it under the sea. And so our resident tiger shade says, you know what? I'm a tiger. I can swim. I do sailing things. So he jumps in, gets down there, pulls a lever of dewatering, empties the swamp, comes back up, and then we're all like, let's do this ritual. We get down there, we get started, and it's going great. We're doing it, and then all of a sudden people start getting thrown up in the air, slamming against the ground, can't see anything. Well, stuff's going down at this point. I mean, people are flying. They're taking damage. It's a hostile environment. Magus rolls up and he says, not in my house. All right? And he throws down a sick spell that's frankly OP. I think it's cheating. I'd have to check the rules, though.
I also think it's cheating, and I also checked the rules.
Definitely feels overpowered. Kind of like some Moses shit like that one episode. If you haven't seen that one, you gotta see
Magus
that.
casts Because I Said So.
So yeah, we're in the middle of fighting, trying to get this ritual ended so that Esther can finally be eliminated. And a really good part that happened was Treant roamed in and Magus talked it down into thinking that the Bodak was responsible for killing his roots, and now he's on our side, hopefully. We'll see. That's
you certainly
overview.
share a common enemy. I would not say he's on your side, I guess. Well, potato,
We'll see.
Treant.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
Interchangeable.
Great recap. Really good. Take Jan D20.
I know it was because I had total recall on the names.
It was.
So
It
I'll take that. I earned it.
Yeah, you did. Total Recall. Good
Total
movie.
Recall.
Good movie. Sweet. Okay. Well, I seem to believe that we were at the top of the third round, and it is Theagenes' turn. Let me return.
Now, I can't help but notice.
Please.
In this turn order, the treant that I spent a turn convincing to attack the Bodak is no longer in the turn order.
Oh shit.
Anything to say about that?
Hold
in your
on.
defense?
No. That is.
The Treant decided to leave. He's like, I don't want a piece of that. That's you guys.
Peace.
That was a mistake. I don't remember what his
I
initiative.
believe he went at the top of the round
Okay.
because he was just about to go.
So it was
And
his.
Magus cast because I say so.
Okay, I gave
Because
him.
I'm the only one who remembers.
That's true.
Hey, I didn't remember. Okay. All right, we'll put the combat music back on. And all right, so it is the Treant's turn, and I think you had just convinced it that it was Its target is the Bodak, the one who has been killing the roots. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna move.
Uh-oh.
He's not just gonna stand there. What is his movement? 30 feet. He's gonna move 30 feet this way, and I guess he would be here. And he's going to cast. I say cast. He's going to use an ability called Animate Trees, and this tree over to your right, Magus, starts to lurch, and leaves kind of drop to the ground as another large oak tree springs to life. This one seems like it does not have a great SAT score, however. And let's see. That is an action. So that is all it's going to do this turn. But I guess
it was going to chuck some boulders.
Well, that's an expensive thing it had to do. So I'm going to add the other tree into the initiative, and it'll just go when it goes. Diogenes.
Okay. Well, I am waking up from my stupor here, and I find myself tied to Falbin. And I'm gonna look at the. Where is this around my neck or my waist?
God, I would hope your waist.
Definitely your neck. Yeah.
I feel like for trust purposes, you should listen to the last episode. It's around your waist.
I'm going to.
Falbin was kind but condescending, if that helps.
He was a very demanding master.
Well, what is going on here?
We don't kill the Gigans, but we kill the dead things attacking the Gigans. And don't go in the sphere.
Also, I tied you to me so that we didn't get hurt. It was a mutual protection.
Sure. Wink, wink.
Fair. Okay. Let's see. In that, we can't go in the sphere, huh?
You can, but you'll be sorry.
Can I spend a round untying myself? That's probably something I need to do.
I'll let you do that as a item interaction. I feel like unless this is one of those things where it's like if Falbin had tied it with like a fairly easy slip knot that you could just like pull with one hand and undo, cool. But did Falbin make this like super hyper secure? I guess I'll let you work that out.
I would have made it secure enough that if another ghost had thrown me into the air, it would have been tight enough to not let me go further than 10 feet into the air. So
okay.
I might have spent some time actually securing it.
Okay. Let's say it is a bonus action to do that. Not your full action, but you sound sad.
Well, bonus action for Warlock means Hex. But that's okay. I will. Let's see. I'll use my bonus action to untie myself, and then I will. I'm gonna get away from this creepy master.
Oh. The things he did, you would not believe.
But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go that way because I'm not sure about this tree over here.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up wearing one of those maid outfits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a sight of this barely injured ghost, and gosh, it's ghosts again.
It's not a ghost. It is undead, but it is like it's a physical. Think like a Draugr, like a Skyrim Draugr.
Well, regardless, it won't take much necrotic damage.
A Draugr elite, perhaps.
Uh-oh. Okay, sorry guys. I'm remembering how to pull up all the stuff. Let's see here. Player characters, Theagenes.
Let's see. The last time, were we able to cast things like Toll the Dead while piloting Theagenes?
Yeah.
And have it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't though.
Oh.
Yeah, you threw a spear.
Yeah.
I heard that worked well.
Take that.
It was so good.
I think you did
So
it
good.
outside of normal effective range too. So
I did.
It was at disadvantage. Really metagamed your character.
I could not have played it any better.
To be fair, I kind of sprung that on you guys. Like, oh, take control of his character sheet.
Okay, let's see.
Are you trying to cast a spell?
I don't know. Let's see. How far is that? That is. Oh, cool. Okay, that's 30 feet. Great.
Throw another spear.
Okay, so I am going to. I'm going to play my Pipes of Haunting and I'm going to let everybody who's not hostile to me succeed. That should affect just one of the ghosts, but I'm going to try and get to a better position as I go.
Okay.
So let's cast Pipes of Haunting.
All right. So that is an action. Each creature must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. So that would be this closest Revenant that hears it. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. What wisdom saving throw? Yes, I know how to do this. 17, which I believe is a pass.
That does pass. Okay.
They're very intent on their job. Okay. You've used your bonus action. I believe we're at Falbin.
Should have thrown a spear.
Oh my gosh.
Rookie move. Rookie move.
Falbin, now that he is newly free, he's gonna run around over here. And then he's going to take out his rebound dagger. I think I've got a clear shot of this Revenant.
You do.
And I'm going to rebound dagger him. And as I fling my dagger, I'm going to say, "He's mine!"
17 hits. Doing.
And you know what?
It's
Crow's
not
an
going to be
ally,
sneak
isn't he?
attack because.
He's an ally! He's an ally!
Okay, wait.
Come on!
Hold on. I may have spoken too quickly, but I do want to note that Kror is very busy. So
Okay.
he's not like actively in combat.
What about
so-
Peleus?
But
Peleus is an ally.
let me just double check your sneak
Okay.
attack rules, because if you
Okay.
deserve it, I want to give it to you.
Okay.
You don't need advantage if another enemy of the target was within 5 feet. That enemy isn't incapacitated. Okay, so with those rules, yes, you do have sneak attack.
But because of Peleus, not because of Kror.
More like
that what you're
because
saying?
the Revenant is distracted with the attack of the guy. He's attacking the Gigans, so that's kind of what's giving
Okay.
you.
Mostly I'm wondering, is Kror incapacitated? Is
No,
that
he's
what you're saying?
not incapacitated.
Okay. Then that
They're
means
just in the middle of a ritual.
Yes, he is
Take it.
focused.
total of 28 damage.
Nice. Okay, yeah. You tear undead flesh off of this Revenant.
And then I take it and I throw it again and I say, I made it!
That's a
Do
nat
you
one.
though? Do you?
Doesn't seem like it.
It lies the way it landed.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so the animated tree that has entered the player 2 has entered the battle. He is going to move up to the edge of this pit, pick up a large rock, and try to huck it at the Bodak. So that is going to be a non-natural 20 to hit. Which misses. No, it does hit. For a total of 26 bludgeoning damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, knocks the Bodak back a little bit into the doors of the catacombs. There's a as this sort of wisps of deathly smoke escape its form. And that's all it's going to do. But it is the Bodak's turn. He did not like that.
Okay, so first he's going to start with a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Yes, he is. That's not great. That's a 4.
Now, do you want me to roll the damage for this again, or are we going to use the 31 from last time?
I mean, I think rules is written. It's a new damage roll every time, but I like roll it, and I may let you use the 30.
All right.
Or we can just roll the amount of dice, like.
Oof. I would absolutely be using like Empower spell on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, go ahead and do that.
Okay, so that replaced the 1 and the 5, so -6.
You mean the 1 and the
3? Yes, the 1 and the 3. So -4, so 12 plus 18, so that's back up to 30. Not bad.
30. Okay, yeah. How does the Bodak die? So it catches this rock first. That's about.
Yeah.
It's bigger than it.
It catches the rock as like massive bruising, and as it goes, it starts to get back up, but all of the places where the rock bruised and like scraped away skin start to glow, and like it's like the radiance is infecting it and like spreading. It's like a sheet of like parchment paper that's been put next to a fire. Just.
That's better than I could have described it for sure. And so it is. As the Bodak fades, and he can no longer moida peoples. Okay, cool. The Bodak is dead. Long live the Bodak. Shade.
Wait, what? There's another one.
No.
Okay.
There's 3 more. That's it. All right. Well, since I'm kind of not wanting to attack trees since they're on our side for now, I guess I'm gonna try and well, first I'm gonna resummon my Echo. So he's gonna pop back in right there. Oh, probably right there. And then I will. Yeah, I guess the thing I've got is I'm gonna Mind Sliver this guy. So the Revenant that's injured near Cror, he's gonna roll a.
You got a 4.
Intelligence saving throw. Cool. Nice.
Oh, and I forget that they actually have 1 level of exhaustion, so technically that's a 3.
Nice. Cool. So, yeah, he takes 7 psychic damage, and he has
All right.
he'll take minus 1d4 to the next saving throw he makes.
Woo,
You
okay.
want me to roll that now, or just have him just roll it then?
Go ahead and roll it. I did forget he is resistant to psychic. So he'll take
right,
take 3.
Minus 3
woo.
to his next saving roll.
Wow.
Saving throw.
So really a total of minus 4. That's pretty good. Okay, what else?
And I guess it's not much else I can do, so I'm just right there and wait.
All right. Theo.
And like melee people, let me know if you need me, if you think it's time to drop the spell for you guys to get in there and mess it up.
No words. Just damage.
Damage.
Yeah, it was 16 hits, doing 16 piercing as you blast a chunk of necrotic flesh from his chest. He seems still fully focused on his target.
Well, we'll see after he gets the old Rue.
12 is not going to do it. Sorry, Rue.
Come on! Poor Rue. I'm sorry, but next time.
Have you seen him? He's terrifying.
I have faith in you.
His fists are bloody cannonballs.
This is what we got Tiny for.
And the Force Ballista, still on Shade's shoulder, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. Fires off with an 18. Does hit, not resistant to Force, so he's going to take the full 9. He's looking pretty bad. Yeah.
And then
So,
he'll also get, I don't know if he should get knocked back as well.
Yeah, that.
What's that?
Does that
Oh,
mean
right.
Our guy gets hurt?
Where would he get knocked back to? Like against
5
Peleus?
feet away.
Yeah, that's mostly what we're wondering.
I mean, 5 feet is not really enough distance to cause like bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
So normally it's like per every 10 feet for like if somebody gets if a monster throws you or something. Actually, Shade experienced that with the poltergeist. But yeah, 5 feet is not good enough. He bounces off the rippling, muscly back of Peleus.
Ripple.
Yep.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Megas.
I could do something, but I think I want to keep the that guy's next saving throw for the dome, not the sphere. So instead, I'm going to upcast magic missile at 4th level at the other one. At
The
other
left
Revenant.
hand Revenant.
Yep.
Okay.
So that would be, let's see. Magic missile normally does 3 darts. So this would be doing
level.
4 darts because I'm casting it at 2nd level. So it is 44 plus 4.
Sweet. $13 force damage.
Wait. Give 1 moment.
Oh.
There was that. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll the 1 and the 2s on that one.
All right. Yeah.
So subtracting 5, and wow, that was worse. Somehow.
So what do we end up with?
I think it's 12 actually.
12. Okay. So magic missiles bounce off the not bounce off, they impact the Revenant. Cool. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Oh, Bodak. Barely knew you.
Yep.
Okie doke. All right. This animated root. Falbin, you are out of range of it, so it goes, but it can't reach you.
I reach out one finger and it's like a Michelangelo moment.
Thank you for that. Okay, Revenant's turn. Constitution save. -4. Let's see. -4. Wow. So a 4. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that bean footage.
And
19.
let's see if I...
How many times can you do that? The re-rolling damage die, is that every time?
I'm using a sorcery point each time.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I forgot.
But, I mean, like, he's close enough to death. I want this to finish him off, so I'm going to re-roll the 2 and the 3.
Mm-hmm. So take away 5, so 14.
Take away 5, and add 50. So, like, that's 29 damage.
29, yeah, that's definitely better. It does not kill him. He's looking pretty bad, but does not kill him. So with his turn... since he is attacking Kror, who is housing the creature against which it seeks vengeance, he gets extra stuff. So he's going to make 2 fist attacks on Kror, and they will gain that extra damage. -1 to hit. Kror has a AC of 16.
Actually, -2 because he took another level of exhaustion.
Oh, fair point. Okay.
Because he failed. Yep.
Fair
Every
point.
single time they fail, another
That's
level.
pretty crazy. Okay, so 18 still hits. So he's going to do 21 bludgeoning damage on the first attack. And another attack incoming. 11, which is going to miss. Second Revenant. Is it 2 attacks? It is 2. Second Revenant is going to make his save. Constitution -1. And it was just the one that had the -4.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
But he is operating at 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I included that. An 11 is a failure.
Okay. Do. Man, I wish I could have kept the 31. Oh, well.
Well,
He's not close enough to down, so I'm going to leave it at the 16, I guess.
okay, cool. Still a solid chunk, and he's going to take another level of exhaustion. Good spell. My turn. And he's going to punch Gration twice, only getting the normal damage. So -2 to the attack, 10, which misses, and then a -2 to the second, a 7. Just bad rolls both times.
Nice.
Okie doke. Bottom of the round, Gration and Kror and Peleus and Bidar are still they're still alive. In the first or second round, the shadows had been trying to drain the strength of the Gigans, which was I think Gration and Bidar took a strength hit. Only a couple points, so nothing crazy. So they're straining a little more to open this this kind of latched mechanism housing something very powerful inside. They lean into the mechanism, and all together they shout, and they turn once more, and that oculus mechanism that had been opening on the top opens wider. The kind of horrible light that is streaming upward. Let's see, who's close enough? Falbin and Theagenes. I guess Shade, you would see this too. There's like a butterfly that is kind of flying over the top of the hold on, Sickening Radiance. No, there's a bird that's like flying 60 feet up directly above. Once it gets directly above the mechanism, the altar that opens, it dies instantly as in flight and starts to fall to the ground. and you can see there's this like this deathly sky beam. I love sky beams. That is starting to to come from this Oculus opening. All right. Top of the fourth round. It is the treant who went to college. He is the Bodak is dead. So
What was his grade point average though?
Ooh, I didn't know this was possible, but you can get like you can get above a 4.0, which like why even have anyway. He's brilliant, really brilliant. You should see his treesis. So he kind of looks.
Was it written in paper or something else?
Oh shit!
That would be
carved in
stone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He is gonna look around. The Bodak is dead. I'm gonna have him make an insight check just into the situation, just to see if he needs to remain around. So here comes that. That's a 5. He says, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back home now.
Goodbye!
Have a good night.
Okay. And him and the other treant, unless you guys are intervening, they're just gonna leave the combat.
Well, it looks like those guys are all bark.
God damn it.
Did that get inspiration or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, cool.
Comedic gold.
Comedic gold. They're gonna leave the combat, so I'm just gonna delete them from the initiative order.
I think we're happy with that, given that multiple of us killed their kin and they didn't find that out yet.
Yeah. It's a good thing that. Anyway, yeah, it's a good. Okay. The stomping echoes deeper into the woods. The Agenes.
Okay, so picking up on how I might be useful. This sickening radiance does damage and exhaustion, but they have to fail a Constitution check. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, magic talk. In that case, I will hex the guy closest to me here.
Okay.
And I don't think he has to roll for that, does he? I'm still figuring out.
No, you just hex
Well,
him.
it is a Constitution save, so would hex affect saves.
Right. Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
I thought it was
Or is it
skills.
just abilities? Oh no.
It is abilities.
Yeah, it's abilities. That's too bad.
I mean, but
well,
you could hex his strength, which is what the
he's
attacks
using to
are.
attack. Okay. Yeah, so we'll hex strength, and then we will cast Mind Sliver on him to see if I can make him fail next time.
Okay. Sweet.
So Mind Sliver is.
You might just kill him.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Probably not.
Oh.
So this one is just injured.
Yeah, he's got some HP to spend. So we'll make that saving throw. He has a -2.
Is it popping up in the combat thing?
Yeah, it popped up. He rolled a 13, so that I believe is a fail. Your DC is 16.
Like 5 times. Hold on. How do I get rid of all these?
There is, I think, a trash can button in the top right corner. If you don't see it, I can do it.
I don't see it.
Okay, I'll do that. No
Sorry.
worries. No worries.
I do not cast Mind Sliver 5 times as much as I'd like to.
It's a cantrip, baby. Cast it as much as you want. Full auto cantrips.
I need a good 6 seconds.
So he failed the intelligence saving throw, so he'll take the psychic damage.
He has resistance, and
Does
he will
have resistance.
also take extra damage for being hexed.
Yes, that kind of does offset the
And,
resistance. Although I think it's extra necrotic damage.
It is. And he will also take another 5 psychic damage because I have Maddening Hex.
Let's total it all up, and then we'll figure out what it is.
Okay, so it's the...
I think you can just click the damage, but...
Yeah, damage. Normal.
Okay, so
And
9.
then plus 5 is 14 plus... So 14 psychic damage and whatever damage he takes for the hex.
Hex, I think, is just a flat damage. Is that right? Hold on.
Stupid hex, where are you?
I forget you're a Kalistar.
Man.
Where is the... Where is
Deal
Hex?
an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit with an attack.
Oh, it is 1d6.
Yep,
Okay, so
that's it, that's
it's
it.
just like Hunter's Mark, basically. Okay, so you can just roll a... Oh, no. So it was 14 before that. Add 1,
Yep.
15. We're just going to half all of it, so he's going to take
Okay.
7. But he's going to then take another negative.
On his save. Yep.
And is that on a d4?
Yep. Oh, do I roll it now?
Yeah. And I've been just changing their... Oh!
Hey.
So that ups his penalty to -6. That's bad. That's real bad.
Oh no.
You don't seem bummed. You seem excited. Oh no, I'm bummed.
But I wasn't bummed. I was stoked.
Oh, that was so great.
Nice. Okay, you are really pumping the brakes on these guys. And they have what, disadvantage on strength ability checks?
Yep, he does. Yeah.
Okay. Disadvantage strength. Okay, he's gonna have a long name now for a bit. Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that was my action and my bonus action.
All
I
right.
guess I'll move a little closer.
Okay.
There.
Sweet.
So would you say this enemy's name is Revenant -6 disadvantage strength?
Yeah. That perfect. That sounds good. That's what his mother named him. Falbin.
Take it to the face, you motherfucker!
24 hits with the rebound dagger. For plus your sneak attack.
19.
I'm trying to see his token, but your dice are in the way. 19. He is still alive.
Mother trucker! And just throw it again.
It's Oh, and now he's dead.
28 to hit.
20. He had 1
9
HP.
damage?
He had 1 HP.
Okay.
He's dead. He turns to you with just almost like a pleading look in his eye, like, dude, my vengeance.
Oh man, I like to think that as he's turning towards me, my knife goes through his right eye, and then as his head is turning, it comes back out his left eye.
Ooh. Oh, and you've squashed this ancient soldier's last hope for revenge for his family. No, that was tight. That was tight. Good job. I'm on your side.
Zero fucks.
Like
Zero
I said,
fucks.
the DM dies a dozen times every session. Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm good. Well, actually, I'm gonna move. It's hard to tell, but like right here, would that be like an easy place to get down into the lower level?
It'd be an easy place to take radiant damage.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm trying
yeah.
to figure out like, is there a better place?
Yes,
to
there
go
is
down?
kind of the perspective is a little weird here, but there is a descent at that spot. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna come over this way,
Okay.
and I'll end my turn there.
Actually, hold on. No, it looks like it goes counterclockwise. So, like, if you were to go up and around this way, that is descending until the steps
then I'm
finally.
gonna go over here.
Okay, cool. Shade.
Well, I don't want to waste the -4 on this guy's stuff. So I guess I'm gonna just. Well, let's see here. I don't. Yeah, I don't got much I can do. So I guess I'm gonna move up over. Yeah, I guess start working my way around the circle and go about there.
Okay.
Let's see, my echo will follow to be right there, so he's within 30 feet. And I'll just, I guess, hold my Mind Sliver action to attack if some other threat shows up.
Yeah. So
Or this guy doesn't die after his. Well, can I do? If this guy doesn't die after Sickening Radiance hits him, I'm gonna Mind Sliver him.
Perfect.
How about that?
Perfect. And like you're like casting it, but because it's a cantrip, I mean, it's not like you're losing a spell slot.
Yeah.
So.
I don't.
Unless,
actually
do you
lose
have
it,
limited casts of that, or is it just you have a cantrip?
No.
Okay.
It's just a cantrip.
Alrighty. Okie dokie. Theo and Rue.
Oh yeah, positioning Rue. He's got this.
Get ready for the dive bomb. Vector in on this bad boy. Suck it.
Like a popsicle.
7 is gonna miss, unbelievly.
Shocking.
Somehow.
Oh,
Rue with the max damage, dirty 20, Rue. Oh my God, Rue,
Now we're talking.
Phenopolis.
Phenopolis, that's right.
Incredible.
Don't you forget it.
And 13 actually does hit with the Force Ballista,
Boom.
doing 7.
And then he'd be knocked 5 feet.
He's already
away
against a
from
wall,
shade
so.
position.
Well, he would
Oh.
go.
Oh,
like
away
here.
from shades. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at where the ballista still was. Okay, cool. He's moved a little bit. He'll start creating a second discrete puddle of blood. Nice. Okay. Magus.
Yeah, we're gonna do the upcast magic missile again. Hope this one goes better. Not bad.
16. Okay.
So, yep.
He's hurting. Once again, Falvin, you feel a light scratching on the back of your cloak as this root is like. And
This time I reach out 2 finger.
it kills you in 1 hit. Start of the
Says, "You little
Revenants.
Shit, I'll teach you. I was just pretending like I couldn't reach you.
Okay, so Revenant Constitution saving throw -6. Yikes.
It better get less than an 18.
13, which is a failure.
Yep. So let's see how this does. We're gonna re-roll. Yeah, we're gonna re-roll the 1 and the 4. We're gonna.
Okay.
So -5 and plus 12. So that's 27 points of damage.
27 force damage. Still up, but now he is at a -7. And
So do I get to hit him with Mind Sliver now?
Yeah, you do.
Since he survived.
You sure do. So intelligence
so it's
saving throw -7. 1. You can see inside his skull. There's no brain in there. 10 psychic damage. Okay, there's a little brain in there, and it hurts.
And -1 to his next saving throw.
Okay.
Just
debuff.
No, you may as well just not roll for this guy.
Right. No, it's really important because he is still up and he can still do stuff. So
he can still mess up the ritual.
He can try. So he's gonna attack.
He casts fist.
He does cast fist with a -8 and at disadvantage. That's a 4.
Ouch.
And then another time, a 3. You have. He is punching in a dream, quite literally, right now, and yep, ineffective. At the end of the round, the Geigans, fully able to focus on their task this round, lean heavily into their task, and the Oculus opens all the way this time. And this kind of ghostly skybeam of death that the three of you initially saw is now pretty intense and fully visible to Magus and to Theo and Rue and Kyra and Sprout. And birds have started to avoid the area. But Demetria looks... she takes a deep breath and steps towards the altar. And she is... she plunges her arm all the way up to the shoulder inside this hole, and starts to scream. Back up to the top of the round. Diogenes.
That's normal.
Okay. When does sicken ingredients take effect?
As soon as you enter it, or if you start your turn in it.
Okay. Let's not do that.
You're not going to jump down into the hole?
Oh, I see. We're in. It's like a downward. Okay, they're way down there.
Yeah, it's like an inverted. Yeah.
Spiral thingy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that limits things. Point of order. What are we doing? I don't.
That's fair.
Don't ask questions. Just kill the
really
guy.
Unclear on what is happening.
Combat.
This is Diogenes asking this in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like somebody can reply very quickly.
We're keeping bad guys off them so they can finish a ritual to seal away Estor.
Oh. Okay.
I love that real world you is probably as clear as the Diogenes the character.
Yeah, it makes the role playing so easy.
Matt wasn't
What
here,
happened
and
last session?
kind of neither was Diogenes.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to chuck a spear at him, but I'm going to give it a natural 20, which I had saved away.
Really? I mean, yeah, I don't think it's... Well, roll for damage.
You don't think it's necessary?
It's roll for damage. I mean, it'll be the critical, so it's a D. You get 6 for the base damage die of the weapon, plus the damage that you roll. And all modifiers.
I'll be so upset if this rolls badly. Let's see.
Actually, no, with the 6...
Hey!
6 plus 6 plus your
Strength.
The modifier, yeah. Yeah. You kill him. How do you I mean, it's a critical. I'll let you be as flavorful as you want with it.
He is impaled.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I like that. Straight and to the point.
I need a drink. Cool. Yeah, okay. He is impaled. Cool. Bye. Wow. The cleanest spear throw. Actually, Shade and Falbin, you guys are pretty close. Oh, Theo, you can see too. Like, Diogenes just cocks his arm back, and it's like he just closes his eyes and just launches this thing, and it's so fast, so crisp, so clean. But like, it's a spear. It's just a little spear, but it does the job.
Where was that the other day?
Did you just throw that shit with your eyes closed? We got people down there.
He does not aim with his eye. For those who aim with their eye, have forgotten the face of their father. He aims with that D20 in his pocket. So Falbin,
Which, I mean, it doesn't last until, like, I have to get rid of it every time I take a rest, so.
right. So Falbin, where you stand, all visible enemies have been dealt with. Demetria is plunging her arm into this opening in this pedestal, and it is clearly causing her quite a bit of pain. But you know that you need to be ready.
Right. So I can ready an action, right?
An action, yes.
So, actually, it's a bonus action. Sickening Radiance allows for 5 allies to be uninjured, right, Magus?
Correct. Well, I allow for 5 allies to be uninjured. The Sickening Radiance doesn't do shit in that regard.
And it's the minute that you walk in, that's when we reconcile the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
He can drop it at any point.
Well, I assume on my turn.
It's concentration, isn't it?
It is.
You can drop concentration anytime.
Okay, I drop it.
But then okay, cool. I take an action, and this animated root's been bothering the shit on me.
Are you gonna kill it?
Falbin, ladies and gentlemen.
9 does not kill it. It's still alive.
Cool. I mean, I've done what I wanted. I'm going to use my bonus action to cunning action dash.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to go 60 feet.
Dude, yes. After you Michelangelo'd it too.
Spacebar, I think.
Falbin, your passive stuff.
My passive stuff. Perception is 18.
You can see Kror really struggling. He is not involved in the physical task of opening this pedestal. He is simply waiting for his turn to be sacrificed. So the level of exertion on his face is concerning.
Like he's taking a really big poop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout to Theo. If you have cure wounds to give, Gror needs it.
Cure his own wounds.
And that's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. Shade.
Right. How tall is the this wall?
Each section is 10 feet from the section above it.
Okay.
So I think if you jump down, you'll probably die in one hit.
So, yeah. So going like this at a going at a diagonal, like this, that would be about 30 feet of movement, right?
I didn't see what stuff you did on the screen.
Is it not showing the?
Oh, I don't see your cursor
measuring?
for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, if I moved like this,
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
with my echo, that would be about 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, sure. It's what is it, like non-Euclidean movement in D&D, like just whatever the longest distance is, height or horizontal distance.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, I'll do that, and then I will swap teleport with my go.
Okay, cool.
And that leaves me at perfect 30 feet.
30 feet.
So my echo's still alive.
Wait, does your echo die if you go more than 30 feet?
If I end my turn with it more than 30 feet away from me, yes, it vanishes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now you're here.
Yeah, and I guess I'm just ready to jump in to help whatever.
There's a distinct lack of deodorant down here. It's very concentrated. But no action or anything.
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing clear for Shade to do or contribute at this point. So yeah.
Okay. What is your passive insight? Your passive insight's pretty good. You would probably notice closer to Kror that he is really struggling just standing there. And you know that he is trying to contain the soul of Estor within himself. And you know that it's probably not a permanent solution, what they have with the tattoos and such. So you would assume that he is struggling with that in particular, if that gives you any insight into your turn.
Well, I guess the question I'd have there is there anything, like, would I know if healing him or doing anything else would actually help him?
You're not sure, but
yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Okay.
Because at this point, it's like, don't really want to just heal him if Estor's gonna take over.
That's fair. Okay.
So I'm just there ready to do whatever.
And here comes Theo ready to heal him in case Estor takes over. Oh, you have the healing grenade.
I'm gonna nade him.
I love it.
Sick.
I love it.
Friendly fire.
2d4. Eat it.
Okay, so everyone in the circle takes 3 healing.
Which circle? The big circle or the little circle?
The big circle.
Big circle. 20-foot diameter.
It's supposed to be 20 feet, but the first template was 10.
Nice. That's good. That's great. And okay. Anything else? Rue, I guess.
No, I think we're all chill.
Okay.
We're just being ready in case someone shows up. Take him out. Show him how it's done.
Magus.
Do I remember the war shout that Kror let out when he first contained Estor?
Unlikely, because it was from a
Okay.
far distance and in a language. I mean, do you speak Giant?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. You
I
probably
don't think
What
so.
about? Didn't the other three Geigans answer it? And they were standing literally right next to us.
It could be a like call response. It might not necessarily be the exact
okay,
same
fair enough.
verbiage. I mean, if you want to roll an intelligence check to like make an attempt at it,
Do it.
I'm trying to see where it lists the languages that I know on this thing.
It's in a weird place. It's under attributes.
Attributes,
under-
languages.
On the bottom right, size, senses, languages.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Infernal, Primordial, Sylvan. No Giant.
Okay, yep. I do not know it, and I was not trying to know it at the time.
Right.
So sure, I'll go ahead and do an intelligence check to see if I know anything about this. Yeah.
21. You. Okay. I'm gonna say you know the words, but you will need to. Oh man. Because I'm like, no, I don't want to make you wait another turn, because a performance check is not a like you're doing a thing and then I'm like seeing how well you do it with performance. So yeah, if you want to try to do it, I'll have you roll a performance check. You know the words. It's basically just a victory, a war party victory shout that was used in the ancient Gaigan Empire.
Okay. If I were to try to run directly down here, would you allow me to make an acrobatics check on the jump down, or is that too many checks per turn?
I mean, it's part of your movement, so it's not like you're saying, I want to make an yeah, so it's part of your movement, and the acrobatics check is how we deal with the consequences of the movement.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're not going to negate damage. You might maybe half it.
I'm doing pretty good right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna come up probably like right around there.
Okay. So that would be 3 bludgeoning damage as you skate down the wall.
Oh, do I have to make an acrobatics roll on that?
Oh, right. Yes. I'm just
Now
giving
you
it.
know what you're gonna get if you fail.
Yeah. You do a good job, but you do tear up your skin a little bit on the
Okay.
gravel.
And then I am going to attempt the shout at Kror.
Okay, perform that. I mean, no, roll a performance check. I did. 21. Really good. Kror, you can see his eyes kind of rolling back in the back of his head. His arms, he's like holding them tight in like a curled position up to his chest, and just full strain. And the eyes kind of return straight for a moment, and like almost confusion, but you did sort of help recenter him for a moment.
Okay.
So yes.
Figure that's the best I can do.
Yeah, that's something. The animated root, it's gonna reach to you, Magus. It holds up a picture of Falbin and says, "Have you seen this man?"
He's wanted for murder.
Falvin,
Attempted.
I think your great aunt is looking for you.
Oh man. Okay, bottom of the round. Demetria, you see she is like, she is like almost like head down into this pedestal now, and like the screams have become muffled by the stone, but she is going to reach and grab something, and she quickly recoils back up out of the pedestal. Let's see which way she's facing. Falbin, make a perception check.
Sir, yes, sir.
14.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Reroll.
26. The side of her face and her exposed arm and shoulder that face you are that of a incredibly elder woman.
So it's as if the light beam is removing life force.
It has aged her, at least physical body, significantly. And probably hurt a lot in the process. Part of the screams. But what you also see, because you have a job, you see a blade in her hand. And this blade, hold on, let me pull it out. I'm not trying to show everybody. You see a blade about 14, 18 inches long. Looks haphazardly crafted from a shard of unknown purple crystal. And despite its slim, crystalline shape, it appears deep and unfathomably deep, as if it houses a lifeless void. And you need that. And she's like looking around for you, and then she sees you, and kind of out of breath, she says, "Quick, Diogenes." Oh, actually, really quick. Kror is going to recoil at the sight of this blade. You can see he starts to twist and backs up against this wall. Shade, the dirt and mud really splashes against you as Kror's massive form hits this wall, apparently in fear of this item that she's just retrieved. Theagenes.
Okay. So we determined that jumping down is a bad idea?
I mean, it's 10 feet. It's 1d6 of fall damage.
Okay.
You guys are all pretty healthy.
We are...
He's just gonna try and jump both all the way into the middle. Clear that one path.
You can also use you can make an athletics check that'll take your action to try to climb down. But I mean, I don't think the trade-off is worth it.
Right.
Just trying to soften us up. I see how it is.
Yeah. Is there going to be a mystery serpent here
I've
too?
tried to soften you up, but as always, you guys have done a great job of completely being like, nah, fuck that.
I guess that's so.
Oh man, yeah, that fighting that Bodak and those revenants hand to hand would have been, ouch.
Would have been bad.
I'm trying to remember how Hex transfers, because I'm allowed to transfer it.
I think you can transfer it when the creature you have hexed dies.
And is that a totally free action, or is it bonus action?
I don't know.
bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could do that now, just bonus action.
I mean, what do we think, guys? Should I curse?
Yes.
Curse him? Okay.
Not a bad idea.
Strength.
All right. I'll hex his strength, and how far is he from me? I'm gonna jump down here.
Okay. So you'll take 6 bludgeoning damage as you break both of your legs clean in half.
That seems
You are
severe.
immobile.
Falling flat on your face.
You will need a cleric to heal you.
Only greater restoration
Yep.
can heal those hammies.
Oh,
All right.
man.
And I'll mind sliver him.
Okay.
But yeah,
And you are hexing him
mind
too?
yes.
Okay. So he is hexed. Strength ability checks.
Yep. And press the button once this time. And do.
Okay.
he has
Intelligence
to-
saving throw. That's a 19.
Darn. Well, in that case, he takes no damage.
Yeah, but he is still hexed.
He is.
You can see the bottle of creatine he has on his waistband slips out and rolls away out of reach.
Aha! You forgot to hydrate, sir.
But your fatal flaw is that you forgot to hydrate.
My gains! My gains!
Cool. I mean, still a solid move. Think anything else? I think that's all you have.
Yep.
Okay. Falbin.
I also have something written for when it's time to take the next step of the ritual. So
Okay.
I don't know. RP wise, just FYI, that
Okay.
exists.
Good.
I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. That's 1 bludgeoning.
Of course it is, because
Your ingrown toenail is kind of yeah.
Look at all these other suckers taking 6 damage.
It's going to be difficult terrain if you go through there
Oh, why is?
because there's a lot of meat in your way.
A lot of meat, creatine
You know
bottles.
what? Bonus
Bodies.
action to dash, and I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run through here.
Cool.
And I'm going to.
You
Reach out
Leon
to take
Kennedy
the-
dive through their arms like the laser grid in
right.
Resident Evil.
I mean, I'm 4 feet tall. There's not much to dodge.
There
I
isn't.
mean, I'm gonna reach out for the dagger.
And Demetria looks at you, and you see it clearly now. Her face is split down the middle. Her right side drooping with the age of someone of 100, and the left side as perfect as someone at the peak of their physical being. And she says, "Do not falter," and hands you the blade.
All right. Do I know like the critical kill spot, like the weakest point, Geigen anatomy?
I mean,
That's usually-
the respectful place would be like the heart.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. This would be the heart. Yeah.
Falbin is also 4 feet tall.
Wow.
goals, man. He's got jumps.
But I know where that's at.
You do. He has tattooed a big stab here on his chest.
I got
Like a bleeding dagger.
All right.
Okay, so
Well, then-
what? So you're moving into stab. I'm gonna have you roll a luck check. So roll a d20, just a plain d20. Okay.
Look at that luck.
You see sort of a cruel grin begin to appear on the face of Kror, one that you recognize all too well. Well, I say that you've seen Kror face to face as well. I mean of Estor. But then with Shade at his side and the still singing echoes of Magus's war cry, and Theagenes' weakening of his arms, Kror is able to resume his serenity and retain control over his body. You were about to catch some hands.
Oh boy.
But I will say, in this case, he is a willing creature, and I know normally it might not do enough damage. We can roll for it and see how much you do, but I don't. I mean, you have the perfect shot lined up, and he's willing and wants it to happen. So like it will be in one hit. But I am curious to see how much you would do.
Okay.
But I turn it to you.
So I guess I have a small bit of RP. It's like what's going on inside of Falbin.
Yeah.
A tempest of raw emotion surges within me. The air seems to crackle with an electric tension as my gaze locks onto Kror, the enemy who had callously torn me apart. Each breath feels like a battlefield, every heartbeat a war drum echoing the rhythm of my vent. My hands tremble with a mixture of fear and fury as I clutch the blade. The weight of the past, the searing pain of dismemberment, and the burning desire for justice converge in a tumultuous storm. In this haunting moment, I am become a vessel of wrath, an avenging force driven by an insatiable hunger for vengeance. The impending act, an ominous crescendo in the symphony of my anguish, both cathartic and terrifying, for I stood at the precipice of becoming the very darkness I seek to obliviate. And with that, I am going to basically jump up and stab him as true I can, the heart place of a Gigan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead and roll as if you were scoring a critical hit, like your most assassiny damage that you got.
Oh, I love to click that button.
Can we give him an inspiration? I
think so. I think so.
I feel inspired.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I just healed him. You told me to heal the guy, and now you're taking him out. You're giving me mixed signals
Yeah,
here.
it actually looks like he was just shy by like 3 hit points. No, I'm just kidding. Of course. No. Okay, mechanically, this isn't enough damage, but it is. You sink this this empty purple crystalline blade into the sternum of Kror, the Gigan. I mean, he towers over you. He's like almost triple your height. But you've leapt up and you are now hanging from this blade that is buried in his chest, and you are you're like, yeah, and you can feel something happening. His eyes go dim, and he drops to the floor with a splash of mud and water. And you can feel something through the crystal. There's a it reverberates, unlike a steel or a bronze would, and you can feel this energy transfer happening. And in this moment, you automatically attune to this weapon. And I need you to tell me, which soul do you attune to?
What?
Kror or Estor? And this being said, the other characters will not know this. This is a decision you're making. But secrets aren't fun if you keep them from everybody, so we're gonna tell them.
You tell him.
So basically, I sense that there's two spirits, and like I have the option to attune to either one, and I can tell them apart.
Yes, yeah. You can sense the souls of Kror and Estor now filling the prism of this blade.
And do I have like a sense of what attuning might mean?
I'm gonna say in the moment, no. This is all going on instinct and gut feeling. But you know a lot about Estor. You know a decent amount about the Geigans and Kror in particular.
So I guess Falbin is actually kind of torn by this choice, and he would think back to the ship and when Shade was possessed, and will decide to attune Kror.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Okay, you hear kind of just in your mind, you hear the beating of fists upon a chest, and that same war cry that you heard on the boat earlier, and you hear no, you fucking idiot, and that Estor's voice fades into the infinite depths of this demi-plane within this blade. And you have attuned to the soul of Kror, Geigen hero. And I'm going to say at this point, you can go ahead and read all the abilities and stuff that you get from that, and go ahead and act on any of it you want.
You're saying read interpersonally or read for the group?
Oh, I mean, whatever you want to happen right now, based on what new abilities you have, you can do that because you are attuned to it now.
Well, some of it's invisible. Some of it is bad. And,
I will say the invisible thing, it's not quite invisible. It's just kind of hard to see. Like it's,
Yep. I was referring to the key part.
Yes, sure. Intangible.
Good to know. The other thing that happens is a spectral arm appears.
Like from out of your torso.
From out of my torso. I have the third arm.
And it's like in line with one of his other arms, like left or right side, like not just coming right out the middle.
Thank you for clarifying.
You may want to be careful where you say that.
Neck right there,
The third arm.
You may want to be careful where you say that kind of stuff.
It gives me the following benefits: a medium or smaller creature I can grapple is restrained until the grapple ends, and you have advantage on
which
attack rolls
grappling
against
does
that
not
target
normally
only.
restrain a creature. It just
It can also be used to carry a shield, but not a weapon. And I have an extra reaction that can be used only for opportunity attack.
Sweet.
And I'll say that this spectral arm, it's smaller and it more fits your frame, but it does have that same like runic tattoo, like Kror's arm.
Sweet.
Okay, so Demetria looks to you and looks at Cror and is it done?
I'm gonna hold up the dagger and say, they reside here.
Okay. I think we can drop out of initiative. The three Geigans, they still hold the pedestal, and they look to Demetria and they ask, like, what do we do? Do we put the blade back? What do we do? Everybody can act freely.
Shade would move over to this doorway and take a peek inside just to make sure there's nothing else hiding.
Yeah, I'll say it looks like there is perhaps the remains of a few more specters or spirits that you didn't see before, but they just never got a chance.
Life was cut short,
Yeah.
or unlife was cut short.
Yep. There's also a little halfling child lying dead on the floor. I'm just kidding.
I was possessed by something. Just gotta say.
I guess Falbin would speak in the dialect of the Geigen, subtype of giant, and he would say, Cror will travel.
I think the last bit got cut off. You said Cror will travel what?
Cror will travel with me.
And you say it in the Geigen tongue in this particular dialect?
Yes.
Okay. The other Geigens look shocked. They like absolutely stunned, looking at each other. Because this is something you didn't just speak Geigen. I mean, Magus spoke Geigen, or giant, you know, but you spoke like Alabama, Southern American English, you know, like this is shocking to them. And Demetria, like her kind of hesitation and fear melts a little bit, and she's just, so it is. To be honest, I expected you to make a different choice.
We are united in our hatred for Estor.
What are the rest of you doing?
They're speaking in Geigen, right? So
Demetria Demetria replies in common.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I would understand it because I activated the boon of
I would
Mitros
say
last session.
you're getting the general gist, but it is a very specific dialect. So, you know, it's like you're listening to somebody speaking German and you took like 2 weeks of Duolingo on German. Like, but I mean, you get the gist.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of, you know, mentally taking notes of like, what Falvin do?
What that Falbin do?
Shade would probably say like something along the lines of, different choice. I mean, it was his job to stab Kror.
Not what I meant.
Okay, then.
It seems.
Are we gonna...
Okay.
Can we close that portal thing?
Oh, it's
creeping
right.
me out.
Yeah, Demetria steps away and looks at the Gigans, and they let go, and it ratchets back really quick as if it was like spring loaded. Just and this like Chernobyl sky beam slams shut, and the bird flight path is now free again. But Demetria slumps to the ground. She's in a great deal of pain. You can all now see that basically half of her has been aged a lot, and but it seems like the ritual was a success, albeit at the death of the physical form of Kror, which is part of the plan.
Yeah. So, assume we're gonna wanna get away from here soon.
Shade, you would have noticed since you've ducked into that catacomb quite a bit that there's probably some juicy loot-filled sarcophagi on those shelves.
Shade doesn't want to be.
Don't be tough.
Shade. Yeah. I know. Shade, but Shade's trying to,
that's fair.
Be rude and be like, "Hey guys, sorry your buddy died and you just got messed up real bad. I'm gonna go get loot."
That's fair.
We'll make sure we have a plan before he says, like, "Hey, let's."
That's exactly what Theo says. He says that, and he goes. Sucks to suck, but you shouldn't tear people's arms off and then expect to have a happy ending. Bye, bitches.
The three Gigans, I think they are taking the initiative to take Kror's body, and they're going to return to Demetria's. Well, actually, you don't know where they're going to go, but they're going to go. Deal with his remains.
Secret underground Gigan lair.
They're gonna go back
Giganopolis.
home. They're gonna go back home. But they do turn and kind of glance at all of you with not really like a smile or like appreciation, but a nod of respect. And
Jade would give them like a salute of respect as well.
Yeah, cool.
I would try to reach for the soul of Kror and ask if he wants to say a farewell.
Oh shit. Okay. He will say, just to you, he'll say, no, this night is for them. I have drank wine, I've broke bread, we have sang songs for weeks leading to this night, and we did what we set out to do. All has been said, but thank you.
Falvin would just nod his head.
Are you saying something? I can't...
Nope.
No, he gets it. And they start proceeding up the spiral. I'm not gonna move them all the way up the spiral. They're just gonna make their way out. Demetria's gonna stay.
Well, then Shade will get to looting.
Okay. Is anybody else? Does Shade say, "Hey, let's see what's in here," or like, do you just start looting?
Yeah, that's basically. He'd be like, "You should probably check this out before we leave."
Okay.
And he'd kind of head inside cautiously.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Ooh. All right. So you find some pretty normal things. You find a total of 500 gold from knocking around and opening stuff up. You find
It's 100 each, everybody.
Yep.
Bills.
You find a pole of angling. Somebody buried with their favorite fishing gear.
Nice.
Taking that.
Heck
What?
yeah, we got a ship now.
You find a candle of the deep, which is it's actually lit when you walk in, despite a rush of water having poured in through there. This follows video game dungeon rules where candles are lit even though they've been there for thousands of years. But it is not an infinite.
There also should be barrels of fresh tomatoes.
Oh,
and cabbages,
yes.
if I'm not-
Absolutely. Absolutely. There is all of that. There is let's see. There's a 3rd level spell scroll, and Magus, I'll let you make the decision on what that is.
Do I have to decide now?
No, you don't. You don't.
Okay.
And let's see. This is where I'm going to give you guys some directed loot, stuff that is kind of related to you, but I am going to give you a little bit of randomness in it. So, Shade, since you're in there first, would you please roll a D4?
Right? D4, one of those.
I heard a bunch of typing, and I was like, "What? That? What?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
There we go.
You told me I got a 3rd level spell.
a 3. So you find actually embedded into one of the stone walls near the back is a dwarven war pick. It's old, weathered, but there is a massive pile of broken stone on the ground next to it. And I'll send you the card for that.
And as you gaze upon it, you hear in your soul, dig it, ho, dig it, ho.
I remember.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that.
Wow.
Cool. So, I realize it says requires attunement by a dwarf, but don't worry about that. Who else is? Assuming who wants to go next?
Sure, I'll go next.
Okay, roll a d4. A 2. You slide open the lid of a sarcophagus, and you see the skeletal remains of. You've seen a lot of spellcasters in your day.
Actually, before we go too far, and before I entered this, I would have wanted to tell everyone to hold up, and ritual cast detect magic to try and detect if any of these tombs are consecrated.
Oh, sure, yeah.
All of them.
Well,
Cool.
Jade's gonna die.
No, that wasn't me. Somebody doing an impression of me said all of them. No, they are not consecrated. The assumption was that this place would be very well hidden and hard to get into, but
Okay. Loot away.
Loot away.
Yep.
but also you're cursed. You're cursed. So you push open the sarcophagus, and judging by just the little trinkets and bobs of the skeletal remains, you're guessing this is somebody who was a spellcaster, not really a warrior. That being said, clutched to their chest, kind of like Boromir style, is the hilt of a short sword.
Is my detect magic showing it glowing?
It is magical.
Intriguing. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm gonna say implied with this loot session is the ability to take a short rest. And also that means you can attune to whatever you want. Actually, what this doesn't require attunement, I believe. So I'll just go ahead and send you this. Actually, do you pick it up?
I will piece of cloth around my hand, pick it up, and I'm not gonna try not to make. Actually, I will mage hand pick it up. I'm not gonna make physical contact with this until I can short rest and identify it.
Sure. Okay. I did say that the loot session implies a short rest with it.
So I would ritual cast identify on this thing.
Okay.
And on anybody else's stuff.
I want to
if they
give you a
wanna know what they
cool
got.
narrative exploration of what this thing does. So, you have cast identify. What all does identify tell you?
Oh boy, let's pull it up. Well, so identify. You choose one object. If it is magic or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Damn. Okay. So, it's cooler if you just use it, but yeah, I get it. Okay.
I am dumb.
So
I'm not the one with a cursed dagger.
So you receive a Star Wars text crawl of this in your brain as you analyze this this weapon. And while you're reading that,
All right. Yep.
Who's next?
I will go, but I want to figure out who is buried here because I'm sort of uncomfortable with grave robbing.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you would have discussed with Demetria, or the party would have, that this is just a burial place of people that defended against Estor back in the day. It's kind of a mix of fey creatures and settlers who just sided with the fey. So the it's kind of how you look at it, right? Like if it's grave robbing to take their arms up for the same cause, that's kind of cool. I think that's how kind of the group as a whole has been looking at it.
Okay, I can get with that.
Okay.
If Demetria is sort of giving us permission
Yes.
as a sort of representative of the Fae. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll roll my D4 then. I just feel it's important to be respectful of the dead.
For sure. 3. Okay. Do. All right. What you get, what you find is, you find the remains of somebody wearing a pretty intense helmet, and you don't have identify, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I request that Magus identify it.
Is that something Magus is willing to do?
Yeah, like I said that I would also identify stuff for other people after I was done with mine.
Okay. Is that a separate spell slot every time, or?
It's ritual, so it just takes
Ritual.
10 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right, then I'm messaging you with the helmet that you receive. Theo, roll a d4.
Absolutely. As soon as my window populates to a size that allows me to see the text.
Uh-huh.
Aha! Here I am. 1.
Aha!
1.
No, he rolled a 2.
A 2. Okay.
I accidentally typed 1 in.
Okay. A 2. Let's see. Okay. What you get, the card I'm going to send you, or the details I'm going to send you, is not quite exactly what you get. You get the workings of what this item is. You find in a small chest the tip of a dragon horn, a broken piece of a dragon horn. Do you want to make a nature or history check to, or just an intelligence check to see what kind of dragon horn it is?
I would love to check my intelligence.
22. This is a blue dragon horn. And you know that blue dragons wield lightning. And actually, as your hand kind of gets close to it, you can feel like a bit of static, like jumps to your finger. Like there's still energy embedded in it. Do you take it to Magus for his appraisal?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, wrong thing. Let me send you what you get.
If it checks out, I'll strap it onto Rue's head and make him a unicorn that flies. Let's go.
Well, it's not quite that. I will say you notice that it would actually affix to the action of your musket fairly easily.
Ooh.
And I think let's see. Falbin, you already got your thing.
I figured.
Cool. I think that's everything. We got the Candle of the Deep, which the flame is not extinguished when immersed in water, but otherwise it's a normal candle. The Pole of Angling, which I don't know who took that. I'll just post it in the general.
You can speak a command word and transform it into a fishing pole with a hook, line, and reel.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
What are you angling for?
There was also a 3rd level spell scroll and I think that was it. Yeah. And 500 gold. So, okay. Coming back to, you guys have had a chance to read about your items. Who would like to kind of describe what you have?
mean, I'll start since I got the pick first. I'll just go ahead and read it. It says it's the Direstone Dwarven Pick. This old weathered war pick is able to effortlessly break and mold stone. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you hit an object or creature made of stone with this magic weapon, the attack deals an extra 1d8 piercing damage. In addition, the war pick has 3 charges and regains 1d3 expended charges each day at dawn. As an action, you can expend one of the weapon's charges to cast either Meld into Stone or Stone Shape.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's cool. I didn't fully read the whole thing.
Stone shape. Stone shape.
Oh,
Diggy,
awesome. Okay, so I don't have to learn
diggy.
that spell now.
More like become the whole. Jeez. Wow. Cool. I really can't wait to see what you do with Meld into Stone, because I think it's with the amount of like statues in this campaign, it's just too good. You can Trojan horse yourself inside a statue. Cool. Sweet. Magus, maybe?
Sure. So when you described the information I received as a Star Wars crawl, that was pretty appropriate because you gave me a freaking lightsaber.
I did not even think about that at all.
So yeah, I can use a bonus action to expend a spell slot, and this thing like becomes a lightsaber that I can use using my my casting attribute as the attack attribute, and I am proficient with it. So it is a sword that is +8 to hit.
What?
And for me.
That's awesome.
Because
And-
Magus says so.
I may have made a mistake. Wait, I take it back.
And it lasts for 8 hours with the one spell. And let's see, if I use a... let's see. What does it say its base damage is? It doesn't.
It doesn't do any damage unless you put a spell slot into it.
Well, yes, but like it says, like if you do a 3rd or a 4th level spell, its damage goes up to a D8, but it doesn't say what
so it's
like,
a short
first level
sword,
spell
so
is.
it's a D6.
Okay, so it's a D6, or if I use a 3rd or 4th level spell, it becomes a D8, and I get a +1 bonus to attack and damage. So that's a +9 to damage and a D8 +1 to for the damage itself.
Oh god.
Or if I use a 5th level spell or higher, its damage die becomes a D10,
Oh,
and the
God.
bonus increases to +2. So it's a +10 to hit
Oh, my
with
God.
a D10 +2.
Oh
You
god.
just broke the game, DM.
But it does
That's what
force
it-
him to get into melee range. So
Yes, it does. And to only one target, as opposed to like other spells which can do
Right.
AoE stuff.
So it is pretty powerful.
And although when I deactivate the weapon early, before the 8 hours is up, using an action, the remaining magic stored within the blade erupts into a wave of energy. Each creature in a 10-foot cone must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, or take 3d6 force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And that
you
damage
give
goes up.
grenade?
And that damage goes up if I used higher spell slots to activate it. It also emits light in a radius, and yeah.
Huh.
So I got a lightsaber.
Are you,
Explodes.
do you like it?
Yes, I think I like it. So Shade, when are we gonna spar again?
Not with that thing, we're not.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Theo, what did you get?
I got a broken piece of a blue dragon's horn set into a weapon that releases tendrils of shimmering electricity from its point. The weapon doesn't require physical ammunition and has a normal range of 150 feet and a long range of 600 feet. What? On a hit, a target takes 2d10 lightning damage. You don't add dexterity modifier to the damage of this attack unless it's negative. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal. If you take 10 or more lightning damage from a single attack or effect while holding the weapon, roll a d20. On a 1, the weapon breaks, but can be repaired for 100 gold worth of materials and 8 hours of work. On any other result, the next target hit by the weapon within the next minute takes an extra 1d10 lightning damage. So when are we fighting Zeus?
Yeah, you want to just skip to Sidon right now? We can go to the necropolis.
Yeah, this is a Sidon killer. I don't even have to be on the same island. 600 feet.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be immune to lightning, though. So
No. This is a magical dragon.
God of lightning, immune to lightning? No.
That makes sense.
Thor did get electrocuted in like Thor Ragnarok, right? Like,
okay. I
But that
feel
was
like
back when he still thought he was the god of hammers.
that's true.
See?
That's true. I feel like I want to give Theagenes something else.
Yeah,
Got
I
a
got
broom of sweeping.
Sweet dust.
oh,
I got a helmet that makes people ignore me.
No, it no, that's it's not.
No, it's cooler than that. Okay. I got it's called the Departed Helm. I have resistance to necrotic damage while I'm wearing it, which is cool. And skeletons with a challenge rating of 5 or lower, or anything with skeleton or skeletal in the name, are indifferent towards me while I wear it. So I could walk through a graveyard and no one would say anything.
Which is what normally happens when you walk through a graveyard.
Right.
How true that is.
Yeah.
Not here, though. Not here, though. Here they get mad.
Also, I'm a walking CSI lab because I can tell when things have died or been turned undead.
Yes.
Not sure how that would be useful, but I know how long things have been dead.
Can you detect clues of how they died and who did the killing?
Nope. Nope. That's just when.
So here's the thing.
Well,
Here's the thing. Since Theagenes has been with the party for less time, there's just more magic items that have gone around, and I think maybe if I'm okay, we're taking an aside from the narrative of the game. I feel like Theagenes' damage output is feels like it's harder to I don't know, it feels like it's harder to stack up. Does that feel like appropriate? Does that feel right to you, or do you feel like that's not an issue?
Generally, the damage that I do is unimpressive compared to everybody else, but I do weaken things in interesting and fun ways.
True. But you have been fighting things as of recently that are resistant to those specific damage types, which is not always going to be the case.
Right.
But what I want to offer you is, if you feel like, yes, the damage dealing could use a buff, I want to throw in a weapon. If not, I want to buff this helmet with a little more ability.
X-ray vision,
twice
you say?
ignored.
Now it applies to the living as well.
Everyone is indifferent towards me.
So nothing new?
I just had
Well, are you guys okay with the DM throwing me a bone here?
I got a lightsaber. I'm cool.
I gave Magus a lightsaber.
I'm just horny over here. With,
I got a fucking third arm.
I'm digging holes. So.
Yeah.
I would love to have a more like I had imagined Theagenes as a frontline kind of guy who also curses because I think that's cool, and I haven't had the chance to do that. So a weapon that makes sense to actually attack with would be cool.
Okay.
Because just chucking a spear is not cutting it. Always.
Yes.
Ring your bell at them.
Here's the question though,
I
because I'm gonna do a little work behind the scenes while you guys do other stuff. Do you want a cool spear, or do you want some other type of weapon? Name the type of weapon.
I want a spear.
You do want a spear. Okay.
Yeah. I've imagined myself as a hoplite sort of guy.
And do you have
fly though?
And do you have a free attunement slot? If assuming you're using the helmet, do you have a free attunement slot after that?
I don't see. Oh yeah, it does require attunement. Okay. How many do I have?
I think 3 is the default that everyone gets.
Okay, so I'm attuned currently to I think the hexagon.
Mm-hmm.
The hexagon.
Mm-hmm.
I love the hexagon. I don't. Do the pipes of haunting require attunement?
I don't think so. No, it's like if it is, it's like narrative attunement. You know, it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it. I think it's just the hexagon.
Okay, perfect. In that case,
wait. What about that pearl?
No, Pearl of Power. Well, hold on. 5e, Pearl of Power. Did you know, by the way, that you can look up things that would put you on an FBI watch list as long as you type 5e after it? Neat trick for you at home.
It does require attunement.
It does. I think that's dumb. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the attunement cost of one of these things. I think removing it from the Pearl of Power makes sense because I think that's dumb.
Sure. Yeah.
It feels to me like it's like a consumable almost. Anyway. Okie doke. Cool. So let me do a little digging, and while I'm doing that, Falbin, why don't you kind of you're holding this now pulsing with sort of this purple soul energy buried deep within, while your party members are looting. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yep.
I think mostly I'm noticing that I feel weird. I probably sit down. Since I'm maybe taking a little short rest. While they're in there doing their looting, and kind of noticing that like I'm sleepy but not tired but can't rest kind of feeling, sort of in the corner of my mind, but whatever.
Okay.
I go up to Falbin and say, would you be okay if I identified that?
reading text.
Shade comes out with this shiny new pick slung across his pack.
Dude, that's a sick
So
pick.
I don't know. I guess it's a DM question.
Oh, like if you can identify it?
I'll send you the text. Here, just a second. All right, and here, and here, and here. So I'm specifically wondering about that. Can I hand it to someone because of that?
I'm gonna say, though I forgot to write it, no, you do not want to part with it.
I do not have to have possession of the item.
Yeah, you can.
I just
you
need
can
to be able to touch it.
You can brandish it. You can display it, but you are not gonna give it up.
We just stab this into your hand.
So you know that scene where Bilbo's like, "I don't care about the ring."
Right.
Uh-oh.
It's it's a little bit reminiscent of that. Where it's like, it seems like I clearly care too much about this dagger thing that, like, I haven't had very long. But after a moment of thought, I'm like, yeah, you can identify it, but you, like, it's mine, and I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
To note, before you send anything to Magus, identify does not identify certain things. Specifically, I mean, no surprise, this thing is cursed.
What?
I identify. So send him what you want, but do not send him the curse details.
Oh, okay.
And where I have put unknown, identify will not say what unknown is.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Allows direct control by unknown.
I'm wondering, should I just post this into the chat?
Granted, a
Probably at
5%
this
discount at unknown.
Go ahead and send it to me, and like, unless you are willing to say to others or want me to share to the group, but
I mean, you're just gonna see the good stuff, so.
Yeah, send it,
Let's
and
see
if
here.
if you want to like dance over some of the details, like just over voice.
Yeah. I
do
think
that.
I think it would make more sense if Magus explains to the group.
Okay.
oh boy.
Since he sees the portions that he sees.
All right. So just don't send the curse. And I think I wouldn't send the details of the attunement that you did not. Well, no, I guess you should. Because that's part of.
I was thinking I should.
That's part of how the item works inherently, even though you didn't
Alright.
choose that specific attunement path.
Okay, I'm hopefully going to correctly hide the things that we want hidden.
And by the way, I thought about and deliberated over this thing for a lot of time, and multiple attunement options on one item, not really a thing, apparently. I could not find anything along those lines, so if it's a little clunky, we can, maybe tweak it a little bit, but I feel like it overall, it works okay.
All right, let's have a look at this.
While you're looking at that, Theagenes, you see one of 3 spears. I'm going to give you just a real super nutshell idea out of character wise what they are. One is called the War Dancer's Spear, which is like a double bladed spear, which would essentially give you like finesse and more movement and an additional attack that's like an offhand attack. there is it's called the Blackthorn Spear of the Moonless Hunter, which is pretty cool. It lets you chant, call forth and assume the spirit of the hunter that wielded this spear, and it gives you buffs to like rest. It gives you buffs to stealth, dark vision. It will return to you. And then the other one is called the Peregrine Spear, which is it's a +1 spear, and the farther you throw it, the more damage it does.
What?
And then it returns. It comes back to you. Once. So it's like a super overpowered throw that can do a crazy amount of damage. There is a maximum, but you know.
Aww.
9,000.
From orbit.
Yeah.
Just put it on my new weapon, and we'll use it like a massive bolt 600 feet.
I feel like the
We're
War
gonna
Dancer.
get Theo to turn this into an ICBM.
Yep.
I feel like the War Dancer is maybe the most like thematic, given your like mentioned like the hoplite stuff. The Peregrine I think would work as well with that. The Blackthorn is more like spooky, but it also kind of enhances your warlock abilities a bit. So, what do you think? Oh, the Blackthorn, by the way, is a +2. The War Dancer is not it doesn't have a plus anything, but it gives you an extra attack. And the Peregrine is a +1 with that once a day massive long distance orbital strike. While you're thinking about that, Megas, tell us about this short sword.
Okay, so it means that it's going. Falvin, you know that this is going to exert some influence over your mind while you are holding it. Currently, Kror is going to encourage you to seek out the way to completely end Estor, which not particularly a bad thing. Just keep in mind you are being influenced. This is why he was able to speak Giant. It gives him speech to Gaian communities. And the Spectral Arm, which he can use to do an extra opportunity attack and carry a shield. And grapple things better. That's because you attuned to Kror. Estor is also in there. He would make you desire to free him and to continue his genocide of the native races. Your face would also become nightmarish and capable of frightening others and potentially draining their life away. I suggest you not do that.
Seconded.
Face melting is fun.
1d4 by 10 years.
Yeah. Like
That's
if they
rough.
fail the save,
if they fail to save on the frightening visage by more than 5 or more, they age 1d4 times 10 years.
Woo. I tried to hit you guys with that. That comes from Estor's stat sheet.
Why would you do this?
If that hit Baby Groot somehow,
you withstood it, as I knew you would.
as I knew you would.
You don't even know the bounds of your success and accomplishment.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
Let's see. I will go up to Demetria and ask, would it be right to assume that Lutheria knows of this place?
She says, I do not think so. I've worked with Lutheria closely over the years, and through that time, she puts a hand to her face. She looks at her hand. Oh my God. What has happened to me? Because she hasn't seen herself yet. Damn, you ugly. No, don't do that.
I'm incredibly severe to make a dryad age.
It's my body. I mean, I'm immortal, but as long as my tree stands, but my body can, under the right circumstances, be pushed along. I will not age from this point unless I stick my face in that again. But I feel like this is something I'm going to have to live with. A reminder of what we gave.
Can I do...
Yeah.
And would an Arcana check work to see if, like, a greater restoration could undo that?
Sure.
Particularly after having identified the dagger and seeing that its aging effects could be undone by a greater restoration, but only within 24 hours.
That is true. 23. You don't think so. You have, in your reading, you have learned that normally, unless the aging was caused by an effect that allowed a save, that could be reversed with greater restoration, but this seems like it did not allow that, and would take pretty strong divine intervention or a wish.
Well then, now that you have paid that price, shall we fulfill our end of the oath?
She's going to really quickly answer the remaining of your Lutheria question. She explains that though she worked with Lutheria, she worked with Lutheria a lot, learned a lot from her, hence the ability to build or construct this crystal. She doesn't go into detail on where she got the crystal. It is definitely not from the world above. You've never ever seen this type of crystal before. And she seems to imply that this hole here is not a path familiar to Lutheria. She's done her best to keep it hidden from everyone.
Well Well, then I think it would be best, and I'm like talking to the rest of the group, if we never put that dagger in the bag of holding.
Yeah, keep your dagger out of my bag.
At least for now, until we can perhaps find a way to... Well, let's just keep that and our other items separate.
Makes sense.
I wonder.
No, you don't. Stop that.
Theagenes, have you made a decision on your spear?
Did you send me something?
Oh, no, I was just kind of giving you an overview. The War Dancer Spear, which is not a plus anything weapon, but is double bladed and gives you an additional attack as well as bonus movement. The Peregrine Spear, which is a +1 and has a once a day throw it really far and it hits harder the farther it goes. And then the Blackthorn Spear, which is a +2 and gives you like Spooky Spirit Warlock bonuses.
Ooh, hold on. Blackthorn, you said?
Yeah.
Let me.
I can send you the cards if you have like a couple you're stuck between.
No, I think I can. I think I can get it.
Yes,
Is that
well,
the full name?
Say again?
Blackthorn Spear.
Blackthorn Spear of the Moonless Hunter.
There it is. Yep. Okay. Oh, this is cool.
Did you Google it?
Base it purely
you
off the
cheater?
picture.
You cheater.
Only I'm allowed to do that. No.
Yeah, you filthy animal.
I put 5e at the end.
Yeah,
Okay, you figured out my secret.
it's legitimate.
So while he's deciding on that,
Yeah.
Jade would ask, "Are we finished here? I assume anything further can happen on our way back. I want to close this door and let the water refill and keep anybody else from meddling with that." He points at the Oculus thing. I don't care that it took 4 Geigans. I don't think anybody should have easy access to it.
I agree.
Yes.
All right, then he's going to start doing the dial things on the door on the big stone pillar.
Yeah. The door to the catacomb begins to shut, and the slow trickle of water, kind of from natural runoff down into the pit, will over time do its job.
Cool.
Was Demetri asked a question?
I was going to just say, like, all right, if we're done here, shall we fulfill the remainder of our oath?
Yes. How would you like to proceed?
Well, I assume that now that Estor is dealt with, you would be comfortable boarding.
I would, if you are comfortable.
You swore an oath to reunite you with the remains of your sister.
So
Let's go.
So you did. It's strange. We're miles away. I feel her closely. It's odd.
Not as odd as you may think. And
she rolls insight and knows exactly what you mean by that, and then kills you in one hit.
Whoa.
Falbin, you emerge from the catacomb while Shade starts to shut the door, and you see the animated root just still.
And I use Dragon Ball Blaster.
Yeah, with a 15, you hit.
Roast
14 lightning damage.
unlimited power.
Oh no!
Did it seriously have 1 hit point left?
It did have 1 hit point left that whole time. Yeah. This lightning bolt just cracks from the end of it's like you've at this point gotten used to the loudness of Theo's musket, and then all of a sudden it's like twice as loud as it normally is, and sends a flash of light, and it's still like middle of the night. I mean, it's like I forgot to advance time, but we'll say it's like after midnight, like 1 in the morning, and like birds kind of fly from the trees as this shot rings out. Rue goes, "Do I ever get to use that thing?"
Absolutely.
You better believe it. These pinions are getting dull, I think. You ever sharpen these?
Oh, we'll definitely sharpen those.
I have fingers.
We'll add some new things too.
There's a beat, and then you hear a.
Yeah, we should go now.
Yep,
It's
go.
not the thudding of footsteps. It is the sound of something very, very heavy and powerful slamming against stone. And your ears are drawn to this set of doors up near the top of the well.
Start heading that way.
And as you're doing that, the doors burst open, revealing a construct, a very large construct coursing with electrical energy. This thing appears ancient, as if it's been buried here for hundreds of years, maybe even longer. And it sort of assumes a guarded pose as it observes all of you down in the well, and it says, "I detect the soul of Estor Archelander. You will come with me."
Oh, now he shows.
He must pay for his crimes by the hand of Sidon.
Oh.
And scene.
That's my job. No, I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let because this doesn't have to be a fight. You can go with him if you want.
And where will you take us?
Directly to the Lord of All.
Yeah, Falbin, how did you like the Lord of All last time you went there?
Valbins will be right back, so. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna go with that.
Then hand the
glancing
soul.
at the rest of the party.
Hand the soul to me. Or to this one. He doesn't have an eye thing. He's a robot. Or a construct.
Sorry, the soul is AFK right now, so...
The soul exists. The soul abides. The soul must be punished.
I'm getting that is your sole purpose.
How long does it take to reattune to an item?
Short rest?
Okay. I'm gonna start climbing up away from the rest of the group.
Hold still. Okay, so here's the thing: if you start to move drastically away, it's going to trigger combat. So I just want.
Okay.
Because he's like, come with me if you want to live.
He's saying that
destroy-
without saying that.
Did he destroy the doors or just open them?
He destroyed them.
Dang.
Oh man.
And he has a metal short sword. So don't mess with him.
Oh, he's got a short sword.
Yep.
Ah, we can take it.
Yep. No, he is coursing with electricity, and
Yes.
Magus, do you still have detect magic up?
Yep.
Magical as hell.
Hell.
Oh, actually, no. It would have gone down because of the time for
Okay.
identify.
Just
But
looking
it's
at him.
pretty obvious.
Just looking at him.
Non-magical as hell.
Looks
Guys,
completely natural to me.
I've got a new lightning weapon that works really well if I take lightning damage. This will be great.
Okay, you can stand in front.
Michelangelo this, like we did the Roots.
Okay, he's gonna give you a countdown, and demand an
is
answer.
Falbin back? Because
okay, sorry.
He's AFK.
I'm sorry. I think I missed that message. Girl from Ipanema is playing from a small speaker in its belly.
Yeah.
No. I would say that Magus, with your religious training, this thing is. Oh wait, no, he already said as much. He is a construct that serves Sidon.
Right. How do constructs work? So, like, is there a spell that is actively maintaining them?
You mean, can you shut him down with dispel magic?
You did just give me a 3rd level spell scroll.
No.
Okay.
They are magically created. They're not kept alive by a spell effect.
Okay.
I wish I could say yes, because when I ran this campaign as a player, our DM let us do a rule of cool disable of, you guys remember in the Necropolis when there was a bunch of like golems and stuff? Our wizard dispel magicked one of them, but you fight like 7 of them. So, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this one time it's cool. It'll work. Not this guy. But also, rules is written, it wouldn't work anyway.
Right.
I walked away for 5 minutes and then this thing on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Theo finally put the animated root out of its misery, and out of these doors burst through this construct who works for Sidon and knows that you have the soul of Estor and is demanding to take you with him to Sidon for the soul to face judgment.
And his middle name is Sea Serpent.
You think it's a coincidence that I gave you a weapon that overcharges with lightning and then just like, oh, whoops, here comes this construct? No, I made that
do you not
choice.
see that he's like setting this up
I'm
for you?
setting this up
Theo,
for you.
Theo!
I pull back the curtain. Believe in me. I believe in you. So I think the whole group is kind of looking at Falbin like tensely, like, well,
Like, we're not intending to give the soul up, but
I mean, I guess I could stab Shade.
What?
You what now?
Yeah,
Oh,
you could.
okay.
You could do
Okay. Yeah. We'll have that
Everybody-
soul over right now.
Everybody's like, well, maybe we should give him up.
So here's
No, we're
one
giving
thing.
up the dagger.
dagger.
Falvin, Kror, you hear
That ain't happening.
you hear Kror's voice, and he says, "We should go with him. The Sidon can end this once and for all."
I told you you were being influenced, sucker.
Let's see here. Private. I'm gonna try something.
Here's the thing: I'm not forcing
Can
a
anyone
combat.
else see that?
It just shows
I
that
see
you
it.
privately rolled some dice.
Yeah. So
Oh, cool. All right. So on a thing, you call it, DM. I'm gonna roll a 2-sided die. And then I'm gonna make a choice.
Okay.
So pick a number between 1 and 2.
Okay. Before you roll, and
Between one
so
and two.
so like whatever choice,
1.1.
like so one of the options will be that Falvin decides to go with this construct.
Yep.
Okay.
Not just like hand him the dagger and let him go.
Falvin
Nope.
is not gonna part with it. Like that's
It's
Okay, all right.
my fucking dagger.
okay.
Okay.
All right. I have. I've made my choice. It's locked in.
Big well. What is it? Oh my gosh. It's a question mark.
One moment.
All right. So after hearing Krur's voice, and y'all don't know, Falbin has decided to go, and he says, "I'm going," and he starts walking.
And I think we should end there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because there's too much juice. We have to stop squeezing the orange. The spice must flow. The juice has to stop because I have to go to bed.
Yep.
But okay. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we'll find out what happens with that next time. Okay. Cool. Okay. And Theagenes did make the decision to go with the War Dancer Spear. Which would you like to give a quick rundown of what that does?
Sure. So a couple good things about it. It is, I can wield it one-handed, and while I do, it has the finesse property. So if I'm right, that allows me to use a dex instead of strength. Yes.
Yep. And you can still like hold a shield and use it normally. Yeah.
Which is nice because my dex modifier is 2 higher than my strength modifier.
Yep.
And
that essentially gives you like a +2, like compared to using it normally.
right. And then I can double attack with it, which is cool. Get bonus attack.
Mhm.
And what's really cool is if I've already got the creature Hex, that procs Hex twice. So
Oh shit! Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's cool.
Yeah, multi-attack is good for me because of that. And then I can also, if I have movement left, I can jump 10 feet away without getting an opportunity attack. So I can sort of hit a little harder now and stand behind Shade as a secondary tank.
I think it's a great choice, honestly. I think it's
Nice.
It's flavorful and it kind of complements your class. So hell yeah, nice choice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, that was That was fun. Yeah. I feel like I have so much I need to decompress. But otherwise, we'll save that for your imagination, the audience's imagination. I mean, thank you for joining, and God, I hope the audio was okay. I made some changes today. Anybody who's a pro with OBS, I need your guidance. So thank you.